Welcome back to the first installment of the all new. It's not all new, but on the mic podcast. Man, we back after a long hiatus. We just been slacking off. I can't tell you it's been a good reason or excuse, man. We just ain't been getting to it like we used to, man. Life, we've been making money, we've been having families, we've just been doing our thing, man. So we trying to get back on it. We enjoy it, man. Whether y'all enjoy it or not, we're gonna keep doing it because we enjoy it. So welcome to the On the Mic podcast. I am P for Parrish. I guess that's to my left is Jam Sessions, and to his left is Earl the Goat. What's going on, fellas?
What it do? What it do?
Welcome back. Welcome back, man. It's good to see y'all. Even though we kept in contact, man. Be back in this form. It feels good. We gonna change some stuff up, try some new things. But one thing that we are not gonna change is the Black History fact. And we got one for you today, man. Goat, what you got?
All right, this is about Fort Mose. I don't know if y'all familiar with Fort Mose, St. Augustine, Florida. Of all the cities that you learn about St. Augustine, but you may not know about Fort Mose. More than 250 years ago, when people who escaped their enslavement made their way to St. Augustine, Florida, which is the oldest city inhabited in America, they were welcomed by the Spanish, who valued their skills and contributions. In 1738, the governor rewarded them by establishing the town that went on to become known as Fort Mose. It was the first officially sanctioned town for free Black men in what is now the United States, with a population of 100 people. In 1763, the fort was ceded to the British under the Treaty of Paris, and the free Black residents were evacuated to Cuba with the Spanish. The British then destroyed the site during the War of 1812, and today it is a historic state park, Fort Mose. Bet y'all never heard of that one.
No.
I have never heard of that, man. That's why I like it, man.
Look, you be pulling some good Black history facts, because a lot of them I haven't heard or didn't know.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I'm learning as well.
That was good, man. I like that. That's why we're going to keep it going, man. So that's the Black History fact for the day. Soak it up, soak it in. What was his name one more time?
Fort Mose. Fortmose.
Fort Mose. Sounds like was like a army base.
I guess it was. But the British.
All right, man. So what we got going on today, man, the thing that we're going to talk about today, I was going through Yahoo. That's where I get most of my news. I'm going to let y'all in on a secret, man. Yahoo. It keeps me pretty up to date on what's going on in the world. And I scanned across an article that said a women's strict marriage rules spark outrage on TikTok. So I was interested in it, man. I said, let me see what she's talking about. And I'll give you just a quick, I know y'all have read it. I'm just for the people who haven't seen it, the listeners. What it is this woman and her husband have some set rules that they follow, some guidelines that they follow for a healthy relationship, for their marriage. And we're going to talk about them in a second. There's a bunch of rules, but they're kind of from a Christian. He was Catholic, but his name was Billy Graham, and he came up with these whole rules and kind of report and things you do. Some of them include never being alone with someone of the opposite sex, even if it's at work. Not having friends of the opposite sex at all. No privacy. Privacy is overrated in their book. That they know all the passcodes to emails and what is it? Voicemail passcodes, all of that. There is no privacy, and that's how they choose to live their marriage. And I was wondering, man, we're three men, we're all married. How do you feel about that, man? Like, do you think that this is something that it works? It can be for a successful marriage, or is it too much? You find like it's gonna be. It's what's the word? Not overbearing. That is the word. Overbearing for a relationship to be in, to make it work. Jam, I'm gonna start with you, man, because I know you had some opinions. So what you think about this?
Okay. Well, the first thing that I say regarding this topic is the key word was their relationship. I find it real hard to really judge what anybody decide what works for them. In this case, obviously it works for them. I don't know how long they've been married, but if they both agree to it and they're both happy with it, it really don't matter how ridiculous it sound or how, or even how normal it sound. What matters is how it impacts them. Now, for me personally, I can't live in a way to where I feel like somebody is constantly looking over my shoulder. You tell me, I can't talk to this person, or I can't text this person, or I know what, you can't look at porn, or you can't do this or that. I don't want to be in a spot to where I feel like I'm in jail, and and I can't do whatever it is that that just what normal, what I consider normal people do. So that's not the relationship for me. But if that works for them, then kudos, because I can tell you other relationships that they have open relationships. They having sex with other people in front and they happy. So whatever works. Just for me, I think that I wouldn't define all of those rules for the rules that I would put in my book.
So I guess the question, I'll go from there, and you can jump in on this, Earl, is do you think this, like all these rules and just not having friends of the opposite sex, does that actually prevent adultery from happening? You know what I'm saying? If somebody wants to cheat, will these rules actually interfere, keep it from happening?
Nah, I don't think it's gonna stop anything. I mean, if it's gonna happen, you're gonna cheat. If you have feelings for somebody else, it's just, I think it's just a natural way of life. Our natural bodies, I guess. We're just gonna gravitate towards who you like. And it's hard to disagree with what JL said. It's hard to disagree when he said, if that works for you and works for that couple, then that works for them. It's the same thing with open relationships. Same thing with it's people who don't have relationships at all. They're just out there just winging it. So I gotta agree with Jim on that. And then at the same time, I just think that I think the chick is a little overbearing, but that works for her and hers.
Now I will say it does make it a little bit more challenging to cheat. Meaning if they got your phone, well, if they got your phone, your passcodes, your email, like, and they got everything on their stuff, it makes it to where you have to go a step further to hide it, should I say?
Separate phones.
Yeah, but it makes you have to get a separate phone. But most people get, most people get caught for stupid stuff because they'll be texting on their phone, but not know that the text message is coming across on their computer. So most people get caught, get caught with dumb stuff. So seeing how merged they are together, it does make it more challenging. But somebody that's gonna cheat is just gonna cheat.
Yeah.
Do y'all think these rules, is this something, these rules are that exclusively work for Christians, people who are trying to follow a certain faith or path? And I only bring that up because I consider my parents, more so my mother and my father, they were, they are very religious people. And my father, it wasn't quite as religious, but he's a good person. You know what I mean? We wasn't, but both of my parents had friends of the opposite sex. That never really seemed like a big deal for me. I consider that pretty normal. I actually have friends. I know people who are like, oh, I don't let my woman. They have certain rules. They don't let their woman or man like be alone or go out. If they get upset if they find out their girl's talking to another man, I'm just like, that just seems weird to me, because just growing up, I saw those relationships, and I feel like you got to have enough self-control to not to be around something. Just because I'm around a woman doesn't mean I can't control myself and I just got to pull my dick out.
See, but I'm gonna tell you that when I look at this let's just say I decide that I want to be in the faithful relationship. I want my girl being faithful to me because she want to be faithful to me, not because she feels I'm watching, down her back or down her throat. And I don't also want to feel like she can't control herself to the point to where, a man come by for whatever reason, y'all my family, y'all come down to the house and now y'all can't, I'm at work, but y'all can't come in the house because it's against the rules for, for a man to be there. I like to think that she's not going to be so tempted that just because, a penis is there, that now she's like, oh, I can't control myself. Like, so I don't know. I think it's too much. But you know,
I mean, okay, but now,
yeah.
how about this? Now, because everybody's got that line, man. Where's your, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like, all right, you've gone too far. Now, I'm cool with my woman having friends and up until a certain point. Like, what's that point? Where's your line at? You ain't got no line.
No. I got line. I'll tell you this. So I don't really agree. Let me say how to put this. And I think it's hard for a guy and a girl to be friends. You know, so whether they co-workers or whatnot, as long as work stay work, but if they're like hanging out personally outside of work, like just the two of them, I'm probably either gonna exit out that relationship or I'm gonna put a note in that relationship that this is all the relationship is gonna be. It's gonna be I'm gonna have my women friend and you're gonna have your men friend, because it's hard for me to understand why my lady wants to go to the club or go out to eat personally, with another guy, one-on-one.
Yeah, I think that's a good line to draw. A good line to draw. You don't want. I mean, everybody knows what happens at a club or I don't know if you go like one-on-one, you and some other chick going to a club or y'all going to a bar or whatever. It just seems kind of weird. Like you said, unless that's just all it is, and your wife does the same thing. But I don't know. I think that's a bit bizarre.
So here's a situation. I'll put y'all know my lady does real estate. So she sold her friend a house who happens to be a male. So he was like, I want to take you out as a celebration, just like I just sold my house, whatever, celebration. Now he took my wife and he took one of my wife's friends. So it was two ladies, one guy, right? It just so happened I was hanging out with my homeboy at the same time. So I was like, hey, I'm whatever, we around the same area. I'm gonna come in just to say what's up. Just I'm in the area, just say what's up. So I show up at the thing and the dude immediately acts funny. Like he acts weird. You know what I'm saying? Like he was sitting.
He was trying to run that train.
maybe so. I don't know. Like now it's a dude I know. You know what I'm saying? Now, but granted, he's my friend. He's not my friend. Like he's somebody I know, but he's not my friend. You know what I'm saying? He's my wife's friend. But he was like, and when I asked Nikki about it afterwards, I was like, yo, you did notice, like he just started, you know what I'm saying? He just acted a little funny. You could just tell he tensed up a little bit. Like the conversation, I was only there for like 10, 15 minutes because me and my boys hanging out, we was bar hopping, whatever. So I was just stopping in to say what's up. But you just tell, you could just feel when the tension kind of changes a little bit. You know what I mean? So I was cool with it at first, you know what I'm saying? But now I gotta look like I gotta think now. Next time they want to hang out. Yeah. Maybe he's planting seeds. You know what I mean? So, how you feel.
I don't know. See, the way I'm a guy, so the way most guys are is, guys want to smash everything pretty much. Married, not married, pretty, ugly. As long as that girl got one thing, then they satisfied. And I'm maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, but that's how it is. So a guy will be friendly just to be there for the just in case something can happen.
Right.
And in this case, that's the perfect, because I don't know this guy, but my thing is, I think that my lady's nice looking. So obviously the dude is going to think my girl is nice looking. And the way most guys are, if the opportunity presented itself, they would 100% take advantage of it. So, this is the end. Like, hey, you sold me a house, man. Let me take you out for some drinks. We're gonna have a little fun. And then if things get looser, is he gonna say no? You know what I'm saying? I doubt it. And then the fact that he acted differently, when you came, kind of let you know, in my opinion, where his head was.
Right.
See, but this is
his
also
thing that he tried to play it. Like I said, I was like, he was like, well, he didn't want to be disrespectful, yada yada. And I was like, yeah, whatever. You know what I mean? Ain't no thing. Like I said, I don't press like that. Like I say, it's cool, but I noticed it. So it's like it's something I guess you always got to be in the back of your mind when you do something.
See, but this is also where your lady supposed to shut stuff down, like, because they really know if this dude kind of on them, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if you know, so in essence, if she knows that, then either one, she shouldn't have went there in the first place, or two, she should have made sure that you was gonna pop up, you know, if that's the case. And then also, it depends what y'all into. You know, maybe, you know, I don't mind when people check out my girl, because my girl good looking. Hey, you wish you had that, don't you?
That's
what you did. Yeah, like that it don't bother me because I expect it. But I expect my girl to shut it down too, though.
So, all right, this one might be a little harder to answer. I'm gonna start with you, Goat. So, what do you think? How far do you think your lady will be cool with you? What's your lady's rule for you? What's the boundary line? How far? You know how far you could push it before it's like, man, I better cut this out. So, where's your line at?
Is I would say it's probably with one-on-one. She probably don't want me to go out with no other chick by myself, and I'm just there with some other chick. That's probably the line right there, I think.
What if it's a friend? You ain't got no. What about the girl you took the Subway and ate that sandwich in front of her, man? She came back. She come back to town, man, and she like, hey, let's just link up, man. Ain't nothing.
But that was a date, though. What about like just a regular friend?
Yeah, not even just a regular friend. Probably not. I mean, if it's like, okay, we going to, I don't know, pick up some books and take it to the job, back to the. I don't know. It can't be like we had the happy hour chilling, and you know, then we're going to see what happens after that. You know, that's just I think that's where she'll draw the line. She'll be questioning a lot, basically just saying don't do that.
Is it all right? So is it? And this you can answer this too, Jan. Is it just a one-on-one situation, or is it a group situation? Like, you go out, because I go out because I'm at work a lot. I go out after work as a group. We go out, we get beers and whatever. We hang out for a little bit.
Yeah, I could get so. I think that's a double-ended question, because what my woman would not like is different than what she would quote unquote allow. You know, like so for example, I don't think most of our girls would like you texting another chick or going one-on-one with another chick, but at the same time, they're not gonna sit here and tell me what I can or can't do. Like, you know, because at the end of the day, I think they're just gonna trust me enough to know on what my boundaries are, on what I will and what I won't do, you know. And I think that's as far as knowing your partner, because I feel like if I know that my girl might cheat, if she go out here and have a couple drinks and she might get foolish, I don't need to be with that girl in the first place if I don't like that.
Well, I'm talking about this question is for you, for her. I know you answering for her, so I know it's hard. So your girl, if you have a couple drinks, your girl know you.
She won't stop me. She won't stop me from doing whatever, but it don't mean that she would like me to do it.
Got you. That's another thing too about those rules. I you know, soon come and we're gonna have. I want to bring this conversation back up with somebody who actually kind of believes in these rules and follows them more. But what happens if a rule is broken? Because it's like, yeah, it's one thing to say you're gonna follow these rules. It's one thing, like say you know your girl might not like it. I'm gonna do it anyway. But what happens on the other end? You know what I mean? Is she giving you the business on the other end? You got a couple days of making up to do. You gotta, you know, like what happens if one of these rules are broken, or you know, not necessarily trust is broken, but one of these rules or somebody she feels uncomfortable. Because I feel like more than anything else, these rules are really just to try to eliminate the tempt of cheating. You know what I mean?
I like the rules itself because it's clearly defined. You know, to me, relationships have problems when things are not clearly defined, and you know, you don't really know what the other person want or don't want, and then next thing you know, y'all pissed at each other. You don't even know why everybody mad. So I think having anything clearly defined is a good thing. It just, you know, I just think that the rules won't work for me. I wouldn't agree to these rules.
So you like clearly defined rules just so you can break them motherfuckers.
You ain't following them.
No. I'm saying no, man. I'm saying I like clearly defined rules. That way we could come up with what we're going to agree to. Okay. You know, so because the thing that pissed y'all have been with a chick and then she mad at you. You like, what you mad at? And like she mad at something specific, but you didn't even know that she was mad. You know, or even why she was mad. You didn't know that you did it. That's frustrating. Like to at
That's
least
whether you know the rules or not. That's whether you know the rules or not.
yeah, but see, I feel like in this case, you know, if you got, I guess this is like a book or, you know, Billy Graham's rules. If you got it labeled, you just know to stay within the pocket if that's what you agree to, or you can say, hey, rule number 10, I can't follow rule 10. You know, but it's defined.
We talked about something before the show too, and I think the rules you were saying they were saying, I don't remember exactly how it was quoted, but the rules are dangerous because it kind of makes it that if you're a person of like power in the church and you're trying to, you know, minister to somebody, technically you can't even minister to that person on a one-on-one level because you're not allowed to be alone with them in the same room. It makes, and somebody I read a little further in the article, it was saying that it makes women out to be dangerous. Like a man just can't be around a woman's a dangerous thing. Because I can't be alone with her. I can't do this with her. It kind of, you know, it got a little deep, you know, got a little deep, but
that seems like most religions for some reason. Don't it? Like, seems like most, whatever religion it is, Christianity, Muslim, or whatever, always just kind of strict rules for men and women. And it seems like the women always get the worst end of the stick most times.
So let me ask y'all a question. I mean, you know, Paris kind of answered it. Paris is okay with his girl getting taken out by a guy, but like, are y'all like are you okay with that, Earl? Like one-on-one, the guy taking your girl out?
I'm not okay with that. No, not one-on-one. You know, if it's like a couple of friends, they go as a group, yeah, that's cool, but not a one-on-one.
Yeah, and to me, the group had to be initiated by the girls, and then the guy, the co-worker or whatever, just have to come. It can't be like the dude, you know, pimping out all the chicks. Yeah,
true.
Hey, I can ask you, have you ever bought like you sell houses, like a housewarming gift? You ever done that? Take anybody out, bought housewarming gifts for people?
Yeah,
like
but
after a sale and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I mean, I take the couple out. You know, like I have like going out with the whole couple.
You never sold houses of single people?
I mean, I sold houses of single girls, but I've never taken a single girl out that I sold a house to. You know, instead I do like a housewarming gift or something like that. Now I actually had a girl that I sold a house to. She was a nurse, and she was trying to get me to go out one-on-one with it. Like she was like, oh, we got to celebrate. So, you know, she kept inviting me to different bars and different things like that. And I just kept finding reasons to not go.
But she ugly?
No, she wasn't ugly. No, she wasn't ugly. Because this to be truthful, I knew she wanted this thing right here. You know, you can't hang around me that long and not want me. So I was doing my part to not get caught up. Because if I'd have went, you know, I wouldn't have been able to blame the alcohol. If I'd have went, I probably would have eventually, you know, gave in to temptation. So I just didn't go.
That's good. That you avoid temptation. That's what the rules are set out to do, man. You just had to set them. You had to set the rule for yourself.
Yeah. I mean, you got to know. You got to know your own boundaries. You know what you can and can't do.
I wonder, does that make the relationship last longer though? Like with this girl we're talking about, with her spouse and her set of rules, or anybody with their set of rules, does it make the relationship last longer versus because over 50% of all marriages end in divorce anyway. So are these rules really the standard of what's keeping people married or divorcing them anyway?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I think like you said in the beginning though, is if as long as two people agree, like if two people are both in on these Billy Graham rules and that's what they want to follow, I think it can help your marriage stay together. You know, so it just depends on your relationship.
Yeah, I think the key is agreeing though. I mean, because I've seen like, you know, like Paris them parents, they've been together for almost 50 years, but they don't go by Billy Graham rules. You know, but they have their own understanding, you know, that they love, you know, and I think as long as y'all have your own understanding, whether it's Billy Graham or, you know, Cracker Graham or whatever it is, you know, y'all will be fine. It's when one person wants something that the other person don't. That's when it falls apart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel you.
True that.
Or money.
Oh, go ahead.
Or money. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
See, like when you're broke or something like that, see, like that put a strain on the relationship too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hey, we're not gonna bog y'all down, man. It's the first one back. I kind of like this new little pocket, man. Like half an hour, 25 minutes. It's gonna be a good little segment for us. I like it. Nice and consumable. We will be back, man. I hope y'all enjoyed it. You've been listening to On the Mic. You are on the mic. We out.
Peace out.